Welcome to Concept of Art. As you can see in this one, I don't have my avatar in the corner anymore. That's because I am planning on doing a redesign of it. And I know it's a bit too early to do that kind of stuff, but I initially did them just to like see how good it looks, maybe. But yeah, I'm just gonna do a redesign of him. He'll still be a Pachycephalosaurus, which is what he is. Still don't got a name for him, but you know, it's gonna be standing there. I'm gonna do a little redesign because because of the theming of my channel. So I don't know if you can hear like according to the music and all that. I really like Sega, and even though Sega has done quite a couple of things that don't make sense, like the Game Gear Mini, like I don't know what they were thinking there, but I still like it. And Concept of Art is based on the title of a song from Jet Set Radio called Concept of Love. So initially this channel was going to be very Jet Set Radio based, but I decided not to do it like that because Jet Set Radio is kind of niche in a way. Like there's only 2 games and the fan base is not really as big. But thanks to YouTube being like a lot harder to manage, I decided to make my channel a bit more general and just do like art of everything, to be honest. But yeah, I'm changing the design of my avatar to fit with the general theming that I like, if that makes sense. But anyways, this is going to be a little speed paint of Crash Bandicoot. I just saw the trailer for Crash Bandicoot 4 and it looks amazing. Like I hear that a lot of people have an issue with like the designs of the characters. I don't see any problem with it. And I know some people having also problems with like, I don't know, maybe the general aesthetic of it. Cause I saw JD Run's video reaction of the trailer, and he said that it looks very 2020, which I don't know what that's. I guess that's the point. Like to me, it looks fine. Now, when it comes to my history with Crash, I first started with Wrath of Cortex, which, yes, I know it's not really the best game. After that, I played Twinsanity, which I generally agree that it's actually a really good game with its flaws. And after that, I played the original trilogy. Kinda went backwards there. Which, even though with all this pixely, stretchy goodness, I still like the original trilogy. I did play a little bit of the Insane trilogy, actually. And it's really fun. Now, with this fan art I'm doing right now, I had the idea to make it like, I don't know, Crash in a Sonic art style, but I kind of decided not to and just make Crash into my own style instead, which is, as you can see, very squiggly, very messy, but that's just how I work. And I kind of like that. It's Something about messy art that looks good, it's kind of weird. Like, it's weird that it looks good, in my opinion. Like, say for instance, the art style for like Mario Strikers. That art style has like these lines like scribbling scratchy everywhere, and you see this art teachers telling you that you must learn how to have how to do straight lines, which is fine. You know, you should. Like, one thing about art is that, yeah, you can break rules, but you kind of need to know the rules before you break them. I think I already discussed in one video. Oh yeah, the thumb. There we go. I think I already discussed in one video about what arts, like what video games, what media has inspired me to draw. And one of them was the like concept art for Jet Set Radio, Mario Strikers, you know. And Mario Strikers is a good example of, you don't really need straight lines in order to make good art. You just need to know how to implement it, basically. And that's something I really want to learn, is that how can I do that, you know? One thing I learned is that when it comes to like some of the comic books like DC, you see the shading, well, not the shading, the inking, where you have these like black shadows and all that. I saw some like some videos of people drawing in that style, and it's kind of interesting. So what they do is that sometimes they kind of like mess up some lines, and I'm pretty sure it's purposely so they can do those kind of shadows, and they just paint them over with more black, and it makes it look like this squiggled up shadow that actually looks good. Now at the beginning, when I started drawing, I kind of wanted to like learn how to draw quickly, because I want to use my art as more for like, you know, advertising and all that. Because one of the primary things that I learned, one of the first things I learned was how to do logos, because I went to an institute to study graphic design, and logos is one of my favorite things to do. Sometimes I do them, I like sketch them sometimes and all that. Maybe I should do videos on doing logos, I don't know. But yeah, but drawing is one of those things I've been doing basically all my life, and I kind of want to implement art with graphic design, which I've seen people do. There's some art styles that actually work really well with advertisement and all that. And one of the main things I like to do is book covers or manga covers, as I've done on Instagram for a while, which, you know, are fake, but they look good. They're like simplistic with a somewhat complex art in the background, but like I make sure to put as much how to call it, negative space as possible. With this crash piece, there's barely any, but you know, this wasn't a cover or anything. This was just some fan art I wanted to do, so it wasn't meant to be as simplistic, this one. Yes, this. So I was gonna, like, this is one of those shading techniques I learned when I started going deep into digital art, which works just fine actually. It's really good. It's actually really easy. You can finish some drawings in like less than half an hour maybe. This drawing actually took me like an hour and 60 minutes, and you'll see why. So at first I started to like shade it like I normally would sometimes. When that was before, like, this shading style, I was using it a lot before I found my own shading style, which is I wouldn't call it my own because I kind of like saw other artists do it. I'm like, you know what? I should learn how to do this, and that's kind of what I did. And that's normally what art is. Like, don't feel bad for like copying certain techniques because I wouldn't really call it copying. I would call it more so just learning from it. As you can see, it looks nice. The shading looks good when I do that, but I don't want to do that. So I went in and started doing my more complex shading. Is where it's like this shading style. I took it from like watching all these manga covers and all that, comic book covers as well, like DC. This shading style is mostly inspired by the Dragon Ball Z manga covers. Yes, a lot of manga stuff. You can tell I'm a big weeb by that alone. But yeah, this video was supposed to be Crash Bandicoot themed, but I started talking about my own stuff, which is one of the main things I want to talk about anyways, like my art. Which, by the way, I'm mostly active on Instagram. Also, I was not planning on promoting this just yet, but I do have a webtoon. I'm doing a webcomic, and should I leave? Nah. When I do a video about my comic, that's when I'm gonna leave a link in the description, so you're gonna check it out if you want. Like, the story is not the best because I started this webcomic when when I was already like freshly graduated from high school, and I'm still continuing it because I took a long ass break with it. Like, the production is slow, which is normal because I'm the only one like doing the comic. It's about dinosaurs and dragons. So yeah, Crash Bandicoot. I started with the Cortex, then landed on Twinsanity, and then I played the Insane Trilogy. I never played the Game Boy once, and I don't think I want to play it. Like, I know like at least one of them is good, but I don't want to play them. I think the only handheld Crash game I played was Crash of the Titans for the DS, the first one, where it was like a 3D platformer. And to this day, I think that one is actually not that bad. It's actually pretty good. It's like far derived from the original source, yes, but it's not that bad. Maybe it was because of Tiny Tiger, because I know some people took issue with that. Like, I don't know what happened to Tiny. So, Crash Bandicoot 4, I'm actually excited for it, but one thing I noticed in the trailer is that there's no Switch release, at least not yet. I hope it'll come to the Switch because that game looks really nice. The same thing happened with Doom Eternal, where one of the first trailers shows that it's coming for the Switch, but then the rest of the trailers like didn't show it was coming for the Switch. And then from what I heard, it was because Doom Eternal is running on an entirely new engine, and they're kind of like figuring out how to port it. That's from what I heard. I don't know exactly what happened. So if anybody knows, please let me know. But I hope Crash Bandicoot 4 comes to the Switch, because like the Insane Trilogy on the Switch doesn't look bad. It actually looks really good and plays well. I mean, sure, you can say like, oh, PC version, like the PC version of Insane Trilogy is better, which I guess, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with the Switch version. That's one thing I don't get is that some people like shit on the Switch whenever someone asks, "Oh, is this coming to the Switch?" It's like I don't get I don't get it. The Switch is fine. Maybe it's just me because I'm poor. um, One thing that's weird though is that Sony, like I know this was a topic talked about, you know, already. Like this topic is dead, but Sony kind of forgot about the PS Vita, no? Like the PS Vita is kind of dead. Like I don't know. I feel like if he had more support, we could have maybe saw Insane Trilogy on the PS Vita. Poor Vita. Yeah, that Wumpa Fruit shading. I know it. Like seeing it now, it doesn't look that good, but oh well. I'll have to be careful next time. Art is a learning curve. You always learn. But yeah, this like another thing is that I don't intend my channel to be drama channel. Like I know I did like 2 videos. I know I did like 2 videos talking about something drama-ish, like the controversy of Last of Us 2 and the whole censorship problem. But overall, I don't really want my channel to go to that direction. I feel like those 2 videos are the only videos where I'll talk about anything like drama-ish relating. After that, I'll be like mostly talking about geeky stuff and all that. And that's how I'm gonna roll for the next few videos. Even though YouTube makes it kind of hard. Oh boy. Like I still don't get this. Like the whole COPPA thing kind of ruined this chance for new channels to flourish. But it ain't impossible. I'm gonna still try to do videos on YouTube now that I have more time on my hands. But as always, I'm still more active on Instagram. And maybe one of these days, or maybe the next video, I'ma do a video about my webcomic on Webtoons. So yeah, anybody interested in that, please subscribe. I wouldn't beg for subscriptions, but YouTube kind of makes it hard. So yeah, that's it for today.